The warning. Yesterday was nothing but friendly reunions with a smooth run, but yet my ex, Daruyu, aka the Piranha of Samezuka Academy. How did he get my home number to my apartment? He's such a creep. Does he really want to race my team again? I'm in college now. What am I supposed to do? There has to be a plan. Hana-chan got concerned, and she said I had a strange look on my face. I ran to the mirror and got myself prepared, and I looked like a total mess I had to clean up, and I felt like a mess inside. I wasn't sure what to tell my best friend about my frustration. I offered to make breakfast. I told her to keep my mind off of what happened. I know something's going on, but I wasn't sure to tell the truth exactly what happened. My best friend wasn't there, so the call happened that night. She was downstairs making errands, so maybe I could tell her that there was something happening in my class. Thinking about what I was going to do, since there was no swim club here. I was not sure if there was even a pool at this school at all. I was looking forward to my class. Today is the nutrition class, and Makoto's in that class too. Maybe I should ask him if there's a pool in this school. I know he wants to be a swim trainer, so I hurried down to the college campus to attend class. I unpacked my binder and textbook and grabbed a few pencils. I'm delighted to see you again, Mako. The tall brunette was also delighted to see me too. I told him it was time to sit down, and the lecture was to begin. He still wanted to talk to me, and I told him I wanted to talk to him too, after class. I was wondering what he was going to tell me. Was he going to tell me something about Haru? I'm not sure what he's up to these days. I know he's around in the neighboring school at Hidaka University. It was a similar feeling to yesterday, as Makoto sat next to me. Oddly, it's starting to feel more comfortable. I feel like I can be honest with him and open up my concerns I did in the past about my brother's problems with his anger issues, but this time, this is my problem. I wanted to know, what's the best place to talk? Makoto offered me to come visit him in his apartment. I nodded in agreement, but at the same time, I didn't know where his apartment was. So I grabbed his hands, which they're pretty large, it almost feels like an oven mitt, but he is a very handsome, gorgeous man. I often forget. I find all the boys at Iwatobi High to be attractive, but there was something about Makoto that turns me a little more closer to him. Okay, I made it to my place. Okay, we made it to his place. His apartment was only a couple doors from mine. I opened the doors. He opened the door for me and said, "Ladies first." What a kind gesture of him. So I went in and sat down on the comfy cushion of the kontatsu. He shortly joined me, sitting across from me. "So what do you exactly want to tell me?" He replied saying, "I was wondering, I asked him if there was a pool in this college. He wasn't certain. But we looked at the directory, and it looked like there was a pool. So there was a pool, but how come no one mentions it?" He mentioned that there was no swim club or any swim team. It was part of the reason why he attended this college. I feel like there's something else he wanted, and he asked if there was anything else I wanted to tell him. Well, I didn't know how exactly to put into words to him, but I felt intense. I should tell him. I didn't even tell my own best friend. I told him that my ex, who broke up with me from a year ago, who I thought was out of my life, blocked me and everything, and somehow my home number sent me a creepy voicemail, and it frustrates me just to no end. Makoto had his eyes wide open, and he asked about what was said, I took deep breaths. I told him that this creep wanted me back, but he did cheat on him, and I don't want him, and I need a swim team to race him. And then he asked, is that why you were asking about the pool? And I said, yes, I do want to start a new swim club, Makoto, but I don't want to be the manager anymore. I want to learn to swim. This is my battle. I should fight. You should be my teacher, Makoto Tachibana. And he nodded yes. He nodded yes, and he said he would ask his work to see if they let the pool help you. I thanked him as I almost tried to leave. He told me to not go. He had something else to tell me. He asked, and then he said these exact words. Would you be my ginger to wasabi? And I thought, ginger to wasabi, what does that mean? The more I think about it, those flavors do complement each other well. Could that also mean us? I know he likes me, so maybe I like him too. So that also, I'm not sure, but maybe he means a date? I mean, he is a really good friend. I do trust him, but he gave me a note about this date at this fancy restaurant in Tokyo. I was hesitant at first, but I do trust him, and I accepted his offer. And then he gave me a rose. Hana-chan, I'm back. Hana-chan hugged me and asked me what I was up to. I wasn't sure what to tell her, but there was something about the warning message and how Makoto comforted me about it. I wasn't sure about mentioning the dating part, or also, how would she feel if Makoto and I really hit it off? I still don't know what the outcome would be. Would she think of me less as a friend? Would she still support me? Even though I never told her anything about my ex, as he originally wanted to keep our relationship a secret? I know things didn't feel genuine, as that relationship only lasted for 4 months, but it was an absolute pain. It was false love all around. But I hope maybe Makoto could be a real boyfriend. I just need to see if he's worthy enough for me. So I placed the rose in my vase. Next time, I will start my plans for my new swim club.